program. Professor Korotkov, now you were saying that, say, bad words affect water, and we are composed basically of water, mostly of water, which means then bad thoughts, bad words, harmful conversation, abusive language can affect us not only psychologically, even our energy field. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely. You are absolutely right. And of course, we try not to make experiments of this kind. But we did some experiments when people was expressing negative emotions, when they did very bad wordings, and we were able to see change of water parameters in these control experiments. And then, of course, it's very easy. You take this blessed water with good intentions and bad water, and you water just seeds, and you see the difference in growing. So it's very, very clear experiment. I always tell my students, please do it at home. Then you will see that it's really true.
Yes. Okay. Now let us get back to the positive thing. I don't want to take you off on the negative thoughts even. I mean, that might affect my energy field as well as yours, and probably the viewers as well. So let us get back to positive. Now, have you done any experiments on, say, chanting, spirit chanting to be precise? Have you done any experiment on that?
Absolutely. Yeah. It was a big series of experiments, and we've done it in a yoga center. And it was about 100 people who came there for training, for meditation, and every morning they've been collecting in a temple, and they made chanting. So we were able to take measurements both of people before and after, and to see their energy fields. And we were able to keep water standing there, and this water was measured before and several days after. So first of all, for all measured people, it was very positive effect to their energy field, and it means that it was positive effect to their health, because energy field is the basis of health. Then water measured after chanting changed its parameters. But again, your question is whether it is good or bad. We can always tell that blood and liquids in our body, they are structured. We don't have just water in our body. We have very specifically structured liquid. And when you are healthy, this is one structure. When people becoming ill, the structure changes. And we can study this in different technology, and we have plenty of data published in peer-reviewed journals about this. So when we have water with positive intentions after chanting, this water has same structure as water in our body.
Okay. All right.
So it means that by this process we make water much more acceptable for our blood, for our system. That's why all over the world in different religions there are always blessed water kept during chanting, during prayer, during meditation. And when people have this water is much better for health than ordinary water. Plus, we've done experiments and we were able to see that this water may keep this structure for many, many days. It may stay without any deterioration, and it may keep this structure. Of course, it depends on the power of prayer, the power of chanting. So again, it proves that water has memory, and this memory may carry positive information and may carry negative information. Unfortunately, in the world we have so many negative influences. We have so many negative technological, emotional factors that a lot of water in the world, they are just spoiled. That's why people are suffering from a lot of problems, a lot of diseases. And in accordance with World Health Organization, the purity and quality of water is the basis of life. So if you want to be healthy, you need to drink water, at least 1 liter or 2 liters per day, and to have it in very good quality.
Now let me take you on to another interesting subject, Professor Korotkov, Now you are talking about energy of space as well. Energy of space, in the sense, I mean, are there special places which are highly energized, say sacred places? Is there anything different from a normal house and a temple or a church?
Yes, we have developed a new another instrument that allows us to take measurement of energy of space. Again, I can give you very clear physical explanation. What does it mean? But it doesn't matter. So we are measuring in laboratory, we are measuring at home, and it's very stable signal. But when we come to a special place, it may be a temple, it may be a church, it may be a cemetery, it may be a place in the environment having special energy. And when we take measurements, we see a very, very high intensive signal. It means that there are places in the world that has very specific energy compared with most of the other places. And it is a mixture of geophysical situation, what is underground, what we have under earth, station in the in space, a specific part of the world has specific magnetic fields, and human influence. So it is absolutely clear for me that for centuries it was holy people, it was sensitive people who was able to feel it, and then they felt it, and then in particular places they created some holy places. It was a temple, it was a stupa, it was monastery, it was church. In different countries it's different, but in every place like this we can measure very intensive energy. So we have now a lot of experiments of this kind worldwide, in Russia, in South America, in Asia, in different countries, and always we can find places where there are very high energy, and as a rule those places, those are the places of temples, holy places, where people sacrifice their praise for many, many centuries.
This is the good intentions of so many people coming and worshipping or meditating in that place, that creates it.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So as we've been discussing, that water has memory, same as any material has memory. Maybe not as sensitive as water, but even stone has its memory. So when people worship in one particular place, they implement their intentions in surrounding, in the building, in the stone. Of course, we need a lot of experiments still to prove it scientifically, to study it scientifically, but now we have different instruments how we can do this.
Thank you very much, Professor Korotkov. You opened our eyes and minds to a lot of things, because we are very pleased to hear a scientist of your caliber talk to us about things that are very close to our hearts, as I said at the beginning itself. We believe that science is now, like you said, it's a spiral. You go round and come back to the center. The center can be the ancient wisdom, the wisdom of the ancient sages, Buddhas, Christ, and any other of all religions. Okay, so what we finally where we finally arrive at is spirituality is what matters, not materialistic development only. Materialistic development is necessary, but again spirituality is what matters to humanity. Thank you very much for giving us, the viewers of Sri Lanka, that message, and I am sure we will, like you said, you told me that you are very fond of Sri Lanka, and I hope you will be coming back to Sri Lanka again, and I would request you to do some research on certain holy places, sacred places in this country, and tell us about them.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Professor Korotkov.
Thank you.